Well, a Seattle football team's headed to Kentucky later this week to play for the national championship.
Kind of a unique football team made up of a lot of blokes from Australia. King5's Tim Robinson live in Seattle talking about, well, they call it footy, right, Tim?
Yeah, it's called footy. It's kind of one of those Australian names, Bradley, and these guys are all business about playing. I'm kind of lonely out here at Green Lake right now, but they're going to join us coming up when we switch over to Kong. We're going to show you the finer points of footy. Some of these guys, take a look at some pictures from some of their recent matches. It looks Seattle Grizzlies, the footy team here who's playing for the national championship. They're saying it's getting a lot more popular here in the good old US of A. So coming up, stick with us. We're going to show you, Brad and Joyce, the finer points of footy. These good blokes are going to come out and join us. They dribble the ball, actually, on the grass. So, Bradley, back to you, you bloke. Joyce, you beauty. And Rich is a bludger. Yeah. I just threw some lingo at you.
I know these are some tough guys, so
they are
caught in the mix there.
Yeah.
All right, Tim.
Hey everybody, Tim Robinson live at Green Lake. This is a footy, and these are fair dinkum footy players right there. Look at those guys. They're going for the national championship. Stick around. We're going to show you.
On a fuzzy tree, my friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love.
Plus,
hey, check out these Grizzly blokes. They're handing the footy. Yes, I'm going to explain what that means and tell you about these guys going for the national championship. Right here from Seattle, going for the national championship. Stick around.
yeah, it's called footy, which might sound like a kind of cute little name for a sport, but these guys are pretty darn tough, and they're playing for the national championship. King5's Tim Robinson live in Seattle with the Grizzlies. Even have a tough team name. Yeah,
yeah. Hey, Bradley, look at this. This is a footy. That's what they call the ball itself. That's what they call the sport. And who are they? Take a look at the Grizzlies. These are all these good-looking guys. A lot of them from Australia, but some of them American. And that's what Matt Mueller here, he's the guy who organized this team, the Grizzlies. That's what he's trying to do, is get this more popular in the United States. How has it been growing, do you think?
We've been going for about 9 years now, and we've got about 60 players now.
Wow.
So, yeah, quite a few. Probably half our team's non-Australian, which is what we're going for.
All right. Now, guys, if you could go get in place, because you're going to do a little bit of, what is it they're going to do? Some handing?
Doing some hand passing.
Hand passing.
Yeah, so basically it's like an underarm volleyball serve.
Okay, so while they're doing this, I want you to tell me the key thing about your team. You're going to play for the national championship.
Yep, so we're in Division 2 of the national championships in Louisville, Kentucky this weekend.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, we play every year. We've been for the last 8 years now to the Nationals, so haven't won it yet, but hopefully this year.
Well, good luck. We're all rooting for you. You know that. Now, let me ask you, in the game, how is this hand passing done? I mean, why do you do it?
Basically, when someone's about to drill you into the ground or tackle you, you try and get rid of it as fast as you can, and this is probably the fastest way to get rid of it is by hand passing it.
And there's also a lot of kicking, correct?
A lot of kicking, yep, that's right.
Let's get the guys in place for that.
Some kicking now.
Some kicking now, guys. Some kicking. And now, Matt was telling me earlier that this kicking, you guys are as accurate with footy as American quarterbacks are with passing.
Yep, that's right. We've got 2 kicks, 2 from 2 now that hit the target. So, I mean, the target is to try and hit the guy on the chest.
Okay, right. Now, how do you score?
So there's goals down one end of the field. We don't have any goals set up today, but there's basically 6 points if you go through the middle of the goals and 1 point either side of the goals.
All right. Now, who's your best player? They can't hear us, so go ahead.
Probably the guy that just kicked it is pretty good, and the next one to go that's about to get the ball, not this guy, the next one, is probably our best American player. He plays for the national squad.
Oh, this guy with the tattoo, huh?
Yeah, the number 6 that just hand passed the ball there.
I see.
He plays on the national team.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Matt. I want you to show us some more finer points when we have our next segment. So, Brad and Joyce, you can see that these guys are very talented with their footy. This is the most popular spectator sport in all of Australia, and these guys right here from Seattle, the Grizzlies, are going to be going for the national championship coming up in Kentucky on the 13th and 14th, Matt? 13th and 14th, yep. So they're doing great.
Yeah, quite a cross, it seems, between, say, rugby, soccer, and our football. Kind of all meshed in there together.
It is all meshed together.
Yeah,
it's really popular, and hopefully here, that's what they're trying for.
Certainly takes a lot of skills. Okay, Tim, thanks.
Joyce, I'm Tim Robinson out here with the Seattle Grizzlies. This is a footy team. That's Fingers. He's going to be doing a kick out. There it is. It's pretty darn good. Stick around. These guys are going to be playing for the national championship. We have more coming up. Nice? Yeah. We have some good news this morning. Take a look, everybody, at the Seattle Grizzlies. Look at those handsome blokes. They are going for the national championship later this week. Smile, guys. You look great. You look great.
Guess you better slow your Mustang.
Welcome back. Well, many of us here in the States have not heard of Australian rules football, but it is the most popular sport down under there.
I hadn't heard about it until today. The sport is growing here in the U.S. too, and Seattle has a team that's playing for the national championship. King5's Tim Robinson's live in Seattle with a group of guys right now. Hey, Tim.
Hey, guys. Yeah, you know, Joyce, I hadn't heard of it either. Alan Schaffler, our good buddy, he told me about it. Tim, these guys are playing for the national championship, which they are doing. They are leaving Thursday night to go to Kentucky to play in the national championship for their division for amateurs. Now, what they're doing now is one of the things that they commonly do in Australian rules football. Andrew Donlan, come over here, Andrew, real quick. Let's get in front of the camera just so people can see how handsome you are. You're the coach. Let me tell us, and now let's move out of the way. Now that I've established what you look like, tell us real quick what the guys are doing right now. Well, they're playing a game right now.
Yes, they're simulating a game right now. Normally the teams play 18 on 18, and the field is about 160 or 70 yards long.
18 guys on each team?
Yes.
Wow, and that is a very, very long field. How? What we're used to is 4 quarters. How long does it go for Australian rules football?
Normally, Tim, 4 quarters in a normal length game. At the national championships, we actually only play 2 20-minute halves because of the sheer number of games we play. It's a very demanding sport.
Yes. So when you do 4 quarters in the normal routine, is it 15-minute quarters?
Usually 25.
Oh, so tougher than American football. Do you think this, could you compare it to American football?
I think the players are lighter in terms of their weight, and they have to be a little bit more athletic due to the length of the game, or some of the players anyway. And the skills, there's quite every player has to have all the skills. So I think American football is a great game, but it's very specialised.
Well, when we first started this segment, the guys were bouncing the ball. That's called, not dribbling, what is that called?
That is called, in fact, bouncing the ball.
Oh, wow, imagine that, sophisticated Australian. And that is actually part of the game, correct?
Yes, you're allowed to run with the ball until you're tackled. You have to bounce the ball about every 15 yards.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Andrew. Hey, guys, that's good. Bring it on in here. We want to have a little group photo. Come on over here, Andrew, real quick. Bring it in because we want everybody just to take one last gander at the Seattle Grizzlies, a great bunch of guys. They are flying out Thursday, right?
Thursday evening, yes.
On the red eye.
Yes.
Get some rest, you guys, because we want you to do really well. Matt, thank you very much. Right. Matt, hold up your hand. He injured himself, Brad and Joyce, not playing but cooking. So he can't play. He's going all the way to Kentucky, and he can't play in the game, but we can cheer him on. And you know what, Brad and Joyce, I want everybody at home to know that we put a link on our website at king5.com if you want any information about the Grizzlies, because they're always looking for players, and they want more American people, right?
Yeah, get us into that sport, sure.
Yeah, all right. So, great bunch of guys. They're leaving Thursday. Let's cheer them on.
Right on. We wish them well.
Good job, you guys.
Go Grizzlies. So Grizzlies.